Yeah. What's up? And Andrew Ball's the only guy here. How'd you even find this, Andrew? Because I had the wrong fucking link up there. But I fixed it. But you found it. But nobody else did. I mean, you're the smartest kid in the class, man. That means they're all probably sitting on the other link not doing shit. Like, when's this thing going to start? There's Chad. I emailed you today, dude. Chad. Hillbilly's in the house.
Hello.
Hang on, I'm replying to somebody. Sent me a message on Patreon. Because I emailed him today, and then he sent me a message after that. It's all right. It can happen now. There we go. Send. We're waiting on everybody to get in here anyway. What's up, Hillbilly? Andrew, anything exciting happening in y'all's world? Nothing here except for lack of fucking sleep. In my world.
It's like the machinist. Children.
That's a little bit wandering around back there. That's how big she is now. You can see her out the window. She's walking her dag.
I can see you on camera. She just ran.
She took off running, did she? All good on the hill. That's always good news. Simple preparedness, Brett Jayhawk. Jayhawk, what up, Brett? Jayhawk?
Hey.
How you doing, Jayhawk?
It's good.
That's awesome to see you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could get rid of this big thing that's on the top of my chat box here, but I cannot do it. Oh, there we go. Jay, what's up? So nothing terribly exciting, just working on the book, and Mom's been working in her garden, feuding with the kids' dogs that keep going in there and digging up the shit she's planting.
Yeah, they dug up my tomatoes because I did plant tomatoes and okra. They dug up my beefsteak tomatoes.
They'll probably still sprout. They're seeds. They'll probably still sprout. Just you won't know where. Yeah. They could sprout any place.
Mm-hmm. The dog shit.
They might sprout there too. So, but
I'm ready to leave again.
Yeah, we were like, we need to hook the camper up and take it someplace. I was thinking that earlier too, actually, today, as a matter of fact. It's time for us to road trip.
We went from 2 to 4 dogs, and that's just too much.
And we didn't want 2 dogs.
Right.
We damn sure don't want 4 dogs.
Yeah.
We'll text pics of my grandson when I get out in civilization again. Nice, man. Well, congratulations on the grandson. That's awesome. We should probably go to Texas because we said we were going to go. So we should go back to start.
Yes.
Hang out there for a little bit and then go to Texas. And then we can also do the things in between. We can do Mississippi, Alabama, lower LA. Thank you. And then maybe hit Arkansas because I need to get to Arkansas.
Yes.
I got to go there. So we might do that too.
I want to go to the Ozarks.
That's Arkansas. I'll take the camper. Next week I'll have a better plan.
You got to start on your office in the camper.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Ben over here. We can do that in a couple days, me and him, because I'm gonna build the office in the camper so we can hit the road. Because we let the kids use the camper for a couple days here in the yard
when we first got back,
and of course they didn't respect that thing at all, and it took me a couple days to clean it up, and now it's packed up and nobody's using it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
for a couple weeks. And then hopefully we'll get on the road.
Yeah, we'll get on the road. So.
If I don't get a job.
Why are you gonna get what?
Because my checks would just go to silver. We just buy silver.
Oh, whatever, fuck. We can buy silver anyway, but
I could make a little bit of money at the Wing House.
At the Wing House. Jesus, give me a break. Yeah, like you want to get up and go to work. Like you want to work anyway.
Listen, they don't even open.
You ain't gonna work nowhere. That's just a fucking pipe dream. And we both know it. Both of the kids moved to Boston. Our 2 daughters moved to Boston, the 2 oldest. Both of them were so excited to get their jobs, and they both got their jobs, and they're both making money, and they both fucking hate it. You're not gonna want to start doing that shit. I know you better than that. You're not about to start working for a living.
I can do it. If the money's going toward, I know it's going towards silver, not to pay my rent, it'd be difficult. No.
Not to pay my rent.
Silver,
oh,
That's your job.
What's all this silver gonna say Tiffany's on it?
No, what?
Oh.
No, this shit ain't worth anything once it leaves the store. It's like a new car.
It's still silver.
Oh no, yeah. Well,
It's still silver. Yeah.
well, silver's not going for about 10.
Yeah. Well, I haven't looked at spot on silver in quite some time. I've been too busy watching the machinations of the Twitter takeover. It's just cracking me up that so many people are so spun up that Elon Musk bought Twitter. I mean, it's just crazy that they are just losing their minds. I'm gonna make another post for this because there's like nobody here. Because I know the first post I put up had a bad link. So I'm gonna make another one real quick so everybody else can find it.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I've just been trying to keep myself busy. He's been in here doing what he needs to be doing.
So I've been trying to dealing with other crap TV show stuff, and there we go. Let's see if they find that one. There we go. I made another post. Yep, I got a conference call tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with a potential new editor. He's really excited about the material. They like it. They've been doing their homework. So we got to talk. I got to talk. And then tomorrow, Jim Manley in the house. What up?
Yes. Hello.
Finally found your way here, huh? We were wondering. It was a test to see which of you would find us and which of you would not. Let me look. Let's see if there's any comments on another post. Probably saying, "Where's the link at, you dumbass?" There's Larry. What up? We're finding it. It worked. I knew I should have done that.
Yeah.
No comments though. Huh. All right. YouTube told me. Well, that's good. But I've been watching the Twitter meltdown, like right here. I'll just look at the Zero Hedge. Their top thing is Twitter's top lawyer breaks down in tears discussing Musk takeover meeting. Imagine being this triggered over free speech. It cracks me up that the lefties act like Twitter's this bastion of free speech, but they don't want free speech. They want their speech. Their speech is free speech. Everybody else's speech is hate speech. It's like I had this long back and forth with this woman on Twitter today as I was sitting here working on a check. We went back and forth forever.
Oh, really?
Until finally she was basically like, "You're right." She's like, "I get it now." You know. It was funny. It went for a long time.
That's good.
Yeah, it was hilarious because she would do what leftists always do. She didn't have anything to argue, no fact to argue on. She would just throw out this stuff of, "Oh, you're this and you're that," and blah blah. And I'm like, "You keep making these assumptions that you don't know shit about." I said, "How about sticking to the point here?" You know. And once I made her stick to the point, she had to admit I was right. Nick Bustle in the house, Barbara, Anthony, Kelly. All right, you start. Oh, thank you for your presence, Nick. We'll get started. We were lost, but now we were found.
Five Guys is closing.
Five Guys. Now Five Guys ain't closing. I mean, good God. You're welcome, Kelly. Say anything on YouTube, and they pull your junk and toss you in jail. Not here. I've never been banned from YouTube, Facebook. Well, I have been banned from Facebook before, but I try to run it pretty clean. I'm gonna kill the volume on my phone so you guys don't have to hear that again.
I've only ever been banned once.
Find out all the chips.
I called myself a range bitch, and they banned me for 24 hours.
Yeah, she called
myself. No, I was talking.
Oh, you're talking about yourself. I thought you called Donnie a
like
range.
Normally you are, but
that's right.
I've been.
Yeah. Amazing Grace. What up, Ben Godwin in the house? Man, I'm getting messages about people trying to buy OTP printers. I know you're having a hard time getting materials, but Ed Egghead, he got his book too. Cool. It's funny that John Faulkner's texting me, so I do want to look at his text. He just sent me one about when you find out all the chips are made in China. And it's talking about the Stingers. U.S. Stinger supply faces restocking challenges. Since we gave so many to Ukraine, we can't acquire the chips from China to make new ones because of all their ports being closed. And if you guys don't watch Mil-Spec Monkey, I highly recommend you guys check out his daily release. Like he does a thing on he subscribes. I guess he pays for like the ship tracker, the plane tracker stuff.
Yeah.
And the ports of China, there's thousands of ships stacked up out there. When you look at the screen, it's just a red and green blob. Red's tankers, green is cargo ships and other shit, and it's just blobs of it. It's crazy. I mean, this meeting to post whatever you want, but still Discord. Nick, I agree. Discord is still the best. Twitter might be coming around though, because I'm eating that up. I'm loving watching the meltdown.
Where do you watch Meals
YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll find him and put up a link for you guys. I know I'm subscribed to him. I can find him. So, Hillbilly says, "Drag camper here. I've got over 400 scouts camping in a pasture full of fire ants this weekend. Should be fun." We'll get up that way. I got to get Virginia way anyway, Hillbilly. We'll get up there. 400 scouts. Holy shit. Do you guys still do dinosaur egg hunts with them? When I was in the Boy Scouts, when we'd go to our jamboree thing, they would have this dinosaur egg hunt.
Is it Boy Scouts?
Yeah, he's a Boy Scouts. Well, of course. What kind of scouts you think he's talking of?
Well, you deal with a lot of military people.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I doubt the Army has 400 scouts. No, Boy Scouts. But we used to have a dinosaur egg hunt and watermelons.
Oh.
And they would hide watermelons all over the place, and we're running around
Cute.
hunting dinosaur eggs.
Little ones?
No.
Big ones.
Well, all sizes.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, I mean, And it usually ended up with us throwing fucking watermelons at each other. Oh, let me see. Where do we watch most people? Yeah, YouTube, and I'll get a link for you guys. Any progress in getting Taiwan chip makers from production in the U.S.? They're talking about it. They're building a chip plant here, but it's gonna take a couple of years for that to happen. So we're gonna be stuck with this bullshit in China. There was an article earlier or on Twitter or something that talked about someone watched a video of Chinese officials COVID testing with people, and the person doing the testing used the same swab on like 10 people in a row. No wonder their case loads are spiking. Dave Ahart, what is up?
Maybe not from China.
Anthony, you're up on Truth Social. I haven't done Truth Social yet. What do you guys think of it? What do you think of it? You're on it. She's on it. I haven't fucked with it yet.
I just started looking at it.
Okay.
Like Twitter.
Oh yeah, Norm. I'm watching the videos. Instagram, for some reason, was full of videos of people announcing their departures from Twitter. Because now that and it's funny, they're calling Elon everything from Hitler to Stalin. It's like, come on, which one do you guys want? Which is he? Because he is a free speech proponent to them.
Right.
He is not somehow, because good is bad, bad is good, up is down, down is up, all that shit in this world.
Yeah.
When you were in the Boy Scouts, the dinosaur store on the planet, kiss my ass, Jim. I ain't that fucking old yet. Yes, Monkey Works.
I'm older than
That's him watching. He also goes Mil-Spec Monkeys, Monkey Works, the same guy. Radio Contra. I can't recommend that one enough. NC Scout is a good friend of ours. I loved it. I'm supposed to do a podcast with him. Actually, I need to call him tomorrow. We're supposed to do one over the weekend, and we both forgot about it. So we will be doing another one with him soon. I'll be back up on his. You guys get to hear me and him go at it because it's always fun to hang out with him. And if you're looking for training, Mel's sat through one of his classes. It was a communication class, not a rifle class or anything. But even in his communication class, he's a fantastic instructor.
Yes,
he really is.
Teacher, very good teacher.
So Barbara says, we're getting ready to move. Town is encroaching on us. I feel your pain. I can't guarantee the market won't crash. We're moving a little east of here into a more rural area. I'm already tired of packing. Yeah, moving sucks, Barbara. Just burn it all down and buy new shit. It's easier. That's how I feel about the next. If I ever had to move from here, I'm leaving everything. Well, not everything. I'm taking the guns, some other shit. I'm leaving the rest of it here.
Yeah, there's like you go with the kids. Let's go. Leave it with the kids.
I'll leave the kids.
I came in earlier. I'm like, we need to liquidate. He's like, what? I'm like, everything.
No, I said who. Yeah, but Bezos can run WAPO, and if you go back and look at who owns Time and who owns, all the other major media conglomerates, they're all billionaires, and that's fine because they all toe the socialist line. So Elon is Luke Skywalker. So you can't get True Social on Android? Guess I won't be having True Social then, huh?
Oh, yeah, you haven't looked. You haven't checked. But I did listen to Matt today. I didn't, not his latest podcast, but the one before about economy. What's getting ready to happen? It was 3 times. I listened to it.
Did you?
That's all I listened
Oh,
to.
I haven't listened to. Well, I was listening to one earlier, but it was on different shit.
Oh, shit.
And Jim, you're right. They're terrified Trump's going to get a Twitter account back. I think it would be better for him if he didn't. Personally,
He has Truth Social.
yeah, it's Truth
He
Social
needs to
now.
stay there.
But see, Twitter's changing. The lefties are
Mhm.
abandoning it like rats from a sinking
Yeah.
ship. Something on the road, like rats from a sinking ship. So it's actually Twitter's going to probably become a really cool place to hang out. I was sitting there staring at a blank screen for 15 minutes. Michelle, sorry, I had the wrong link. Ended up in there. You know. So I was less only on Apple. Yeah. It took me.
Oh my God.
Good God.
So I have an Apple. Okay. I don't know what happened, but now a lot of my stuff's in Arabic. And I can't figure it out. I went to my store where we have our service, and the lady was just like, she went through the phone. She's like,
I told you to give it to me one day when I'm sitting here in front of this thing, and I'll fix it for you. I told you. I've been telling you. Bring it to me on my computer, and I'll fix it. Yes.
I did not hear that.
Yes. I've
You
told
said,
you that
did
twice.
you Google it? And I was like, yes, I did.
You said, but I can't Google it and fix the phone at the same time. I said, well, give it to me on my computer, and I'll fix it. It's exactly what I told you.
Why don't you just take it and fix it?
I said, not my phone broken. Bring it to me if you want it fixed. Twitter will get all the liberals back. Oh, yeah. Just like Brokeback Mountain. They can't quit. They can't quit. I can't quit you. I'm like, you. Oh, my God. It's not my fault, Michelle. There was actually 2 links there. One of them was wrong. One was right. Truth Social is coming for Android. Okay. That'll work.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Griff's in the house, on May 21st, between 3 and 5, Griff, what's the name of the place? Can you put it on the screen? Because damn if I can remember the name of it. We're having a little get-together in Newberry, Florida at a barbecue joint. Anthony, you know the place. We've had lunch there. And so there's going to be a bunch of people come out. I know Kat Kamek, U.S. House Rep's going to be there. If you guys are real fond of ultra-conservative politicians like we are, she is one of them. Kat will be there.
She's for the people.
Know that for a fact. Woodyard Grill. That's it. Thanks, Griff. So Woodyard Grill, May 21st, 3 to 5 p.m. Probably could run over. We'll be there as long as you guys want to be there. And come hang out. If you're in the area, if you're nearby, we'll also be throwing us out on all the social media stuff and everybody. So it's not just for Patreon; it's for anyone.
Is Tracy here too?
I haven't seen Tracy yet. Russ Teresa says we have more 32-ounce Yeti type cups, Zippos, and they are great cups. Oh, the great cup, the little tumblers. If you guys want more than little tumblers or anything like that, we have a ton of those. We're going to be doing some more of those.
I want a Zippo with the cigar logo, which I told Derek. I'm like, put more cigar logos up. Why don't I? I mean, they burnt most of them. We can't find some of them.
Some of them.
We have.
Well, I gave away a bunch of them.
I know.
I kept giving them away to people. I'm bad about that. If I get something with my logo on it, I fucking give it away to people. That's what I do.
And I need to know them.
TV news is we're still dealing with lawyer stuff. It's a slow process, but it's coming. We're moving. This stuff just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to have something maybe next week more substantial for you guys. It just takes a little bit of time for all this shit. Lawyers don't move fast. For what they charge you think they work at the speed of light, but that fucking ain't the case. You said a cigar.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky cigars. I haven't put your name on it.
They could.
Well, you're looking for very Marilyn Monroe-esque today, Sharon says. She's been told that before. I've heard people say that to her. A couple times. I've been there. Yeah. I would love to work. I would love to work and flash an Angry American Cup. Oh, be at work. We've got them. You can order them. Russ and Teresa, hit them up. They're the ones that handle all the shipping. You PayPal it to me, and then they ship the stuff out because they got it all. They've got the products. They got all the shipping materials. They've got the label printer, the labels, all the goodies. They will handle it for you.
And Patreon is paying cost.
Yeah, you guys are paying costs. I'm not being marked up. You're paying for Derek's time. Russ and Teresa are even throwing in their time for free.
Yeah.
So far, they haven't been compensated one penny for all the shit they do for us. So they're a big, huge part of this, guys. They really are. What is the interest in OTPs? How many of the damn things am I going to have to build? A few. I'll sell every one you make, man. Can you get did I get the video you sent me? How'd you send it, Griff? I haven't looked at it. I haven't seen a video from you yet.
Huh.
Yeah, all of them. Ben, tell me we want all of them. Send me a link to Teresa's order. There we go. Michelle wants a cup. At least 2. Well, more than that, because I'm getting messages too. OTP me. Text.
He never looks at his phone.
I do look at it. I just try not to real hard. I'm just not a fan of the thing. I'm really not. It's not something I care to deal with much. But I was texting with Griff today because we were working on this thing in Newberry. So, and I did email Jordan, and I'm having a logo kind of tweaked a little bit for this Griff. So as soon as it gets to me, I'll get it to him. So
what logo?
The Angry American logo. I'm just having the shaggy beard one with the cigar and having the red and blue Angry American put beside it because there isn't that one. It's only the other head. So that's all we're doing.
Right. Okay.
I'll make sure if you get one, it prints a ball sack instead of a Ben Godwin. I will pay you money to make that happen. Like I will pay you money. Yeah, OTP at work means on the phone. Not what it means here. Not all what it means here.
That's funny.
Let me see here. I'm just looking for something I saw earlier. I can't remember where it is now. I'm going to scroll back a couple weeks on Patreon. There's a link. There we go. Where'd it go? Well, I hear that Russia has now cut off all natural gas supplies to Poland. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with it. Granted, it is summertime. It's not as big a deal. But when winter comes around this fall, I wonder how much oil and gas Russia's getting up selling because Europe doesn't have a source. I mean, they got the North Sea a little bit out there, but that's it. They got to buy it from somebody. They ain't, all the oil fields are like Ukraine, Russia, places like that.
But don't we have a lot?
Yeah, we do.
Can't we?
Yeah, we do.
Where does all our oil go?
Well, we probably use a lot of it domestically, but it's on the market. It can be sold too. Yeah, it goes to China too. Yes, it does. Let me see here.
That's horrible.
Then there's something they did. They just demoted the guy running the ATF, which is a good thing. But I haven't read the article about why. So I got to read that. But that's it. I'm wondering what's up there because, the ATF's trying to create their own legislation, write their own fucking laws, and that's not how things are supposed to work here. Doesn't mean that's how they will work, just not how they're not supposed to. Driving distance to Newberry, come on, just outside Gainesville, Liberalville, yeah. Newberry is a nice part of Gainesville, guys. That's the nice part of Gainesville. The rest of Gainesville, really ain't worth going into. I try to avoid it. Public service now. Please be patient with us shipping things out. We're starting a pretty major renovation project here at the house.
Are you doing an add-on?
No, Russ has to paint the bathroom. Inside now. So he started on the bottom today. He was under the house. He's starting at the bottom. He's painting there. He's going to work his way up. He's like, I am too old to be doing this shit. I was like, damn right you are. I wouldn't have gone into that. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to be under this one here soon.
Yeah, you have to run some cable.
Got to run some wire, yep. Where the cousins Gainesville doesn't want anybody to see. No, that's not you guys. Wait, where's that fucking place that I'm thinking of over there? Let me look this up. Because there is a spot over there that's, banjo music and shit. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
Near Newberry?
Near, the Gainesville area. Yeah, you ride through there, you just hear banjos. What's the name of that fucking place? It might not even come up.
You were going to Gainesville a lot.
Oh, Hawthorne's what I'm thinking of, because that's where Aaron's parents live. They live in Hawthorne. But Hawthorne's what I was thinking of. Still a nice area. It's very rural. It's really nice. I like it. Dixie County, Trenton, Bronson. All of Dixie County, yeah. I remember being in the Dixie County jail one time. I was in there doing a service call. And I'd walk down these long corridors that the wings are off of and cells off either side. And in each little cubby off the hallway is 2 sliding doors. So a pot on this side and a pot on this side. And there's a wall that divides them. And I'm walking up there and I look, and two of those doors are chained together with a set of leg shackles because they got a longer chain, and that's just how they're chained together. And so I walk up to the control room and I'm like, what's up with the fucking shackles on the door down there? And they're like, oh, they're broken, they're not working. I said, that's how you're fixing it? They're like, well, for now. I'm like, well, I'm here. Do you want me to fix the door?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, we have a contract with somebody else for that. And I'm like, well, I'm here. Do you want me to fix the fucking door? I'd have fixed it for free for them. I would have done it, But no, they didn't want me to, which didn't bother me because the covers on those sliding doors weigh about 110 pounds a piece, and they're a bitch to get off. But anyway, I'm sitting in the control room after a little while, and you can hear some inmates yelling and hollering down the hallway, and I'm ignoring them and shit. And all of a sudden, these two inmates come running out in the hallway, and they're jumping up and down and waving and shit, and I'm sitting in the control room, and the lieutenant, who was the supervisor at the moment, she was behind me, and I was like, hey, I elbowed her. She's like, what? I said, what are you gonna do about them two idiots? And she comes over to the computer, turns on the intercom. She's like, oh, that's real good. She's like, I'm charging you both with escape. And them two, it looked like Laurel and Hardy taking off, trying to run back into that pond. They wanted back inside quick. They're east side, we west side, different gang. Jump up in New York is high. Sorry, I'm late. Took a wrong turn. The GW bad. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Sorry, Jomo. I had a bad link up over there. Hawthorne. Banjo. It reminds me of growing up, man. We used to have pickings every weekend when I was growing up. Yeah. Hawthorne doesn't have a pretty mouth. Well, it's smooth and ain't got no teeth either. Service call. That's what I'm going to call getting arrested. James Appleby, what up? They make a bill for that. And you're taking them, aren't you, Griff? Sorry. Were you able to ship me people? No, Derek. The shop is in a state of disassembly at the moment. I'm looking for them. Plus, I sent you the ones I sent you. We got to talk about that. I'll have to call you to talk about that. Anyway, it's nothing these guys do wrong. So worried about camel toe testing positive for the COVID. Oh no, I love how every news story about Kamala Harris testing positive for COVID-19 is that she is vaccinated and boosted, but she tested positive. Just proof the shit doesn't work. Anyway. Opie in the house. What up, Opie?
Why are they telling people about that?
I tried to post the link. YouTube blocked it. YouTube blocked the link. Link to what? The cup? That's bullshit.
Huh.
She's not positive for COVID. She is COVID, yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay.
One of my least favorite. God, listening to her talk gives me a headache. You should Google her and watch her give a speech someplace. It is Forrest Gump could do a better job of giving a speech than she can.
I don't listen to her.
I try not to listen to her. Cackle, yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. She does do that. But let's see, nothing else important coming up that I'm aware of. Book 12, Horsehead. Yeah. That open curtain kicks my OCD into overdrive. I do that to get daylight in here, man, when I'm in here working. Otherwise, it's blacked out. Yep, regular Corona. Good old Coronas. Yeah.
And the kids, I forgot lime. The kids didn't bring any lime home.
You told them to get limes, they didn't bring no limes? Yeah. It's almost a crime to drink a Corona out of lime, isn't it? I know. So, but I am going to get my dad's little boat in the water, I think. It's been sitting there for 3 years. I should do something with it. I'm going to pull a carb out of it, clean it up, dust it off, and go register it. And start using it. I've had it. I helped him. He had a little boat. He got to where he couldn't kayak fish no more when things got bad, where he couldn't, his health wise. He went and bought this little electric boat thing that he had for a little while. And he thought that was cool, but then it ended up not being too cool. So he sold it, and he wanted a little boat. And so I went and found what I thought was a nice boat for him. Well, 16-foot center console. He said it was too much boat. He didn't want that much boat. So I said, all right. So he sent me a picture of a little boat that I have. I think it's a 14-foot aluminum V-hull boat with a little Merc on the back of it. And he's like, I want this boat. And I said, well, let's go get it. And so I went with him, and Gave him the money that he needed. We bought the boat, and him and Mom fished out of that thing for a couple of years. And then one day he called me and told me to come get it. And so I've had it.
Couldn't anymore.
Huh?
Until he couldn't anymore.
Yeah. When he called me, he said he couldn't no more. Then I went and got it, and now I've got it. Now I have it, and I haven't registered it yet. But I started thinking about it today. And I'm like, he'd want me to go out and go fishing in that thing, so I'm gonna go out and go fishing in it.
Take your mom out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Mom out of it too, of course. You're drinking the beer of my people. Cinco de Mayo, whole country celebrating my birthday. Oh, good Lord. The country of my people.
Oh my God.
Jesus. You couldn't be any more of a cracker if you said saltine across your shoulders, Griff. Two stroke, not a 4-stroke, 2-stroke. So carbs won't need much cleaning, just a little bit. And Dad probably ran the gas out of it before he parked it, so it's probably fine.
It's had like 60 eggs in it.
Yeah, the chickens were laying eggs in it like a motherfucker for a while. Finally got that to stop.
Yeah.
But it's a cool boat. Got a nice mid-coater, remote control motor on the front of it. It's a good little boat. Got a depth finder. Oh, it's great to go fishing in.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, take it and run the rivers, because like where we go paddleboarding to, we can take that boat to and jump out and party right there on the weekends. The Ginu crew shows up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Aluminum Boat Club and the Ginu guys show up out there on the river, so we'll hang out with them. Mm-hmm. Go drip and anchor and sleep in the boat. Go drip and anchor. Oh, go drop and anchor. Oh. If I'm in a boat, I'm going to fish. Fuck that sleeping on the boat shit. I'll wait for someday I can afford to buy the boat that I want. It's got a bedroom on it, so I can sleep in it.
I need a mattress. I can't.
That's how you wake up with leeches all over.
Yeah.
But what exactly was Sarge's MOS? Oh, you're going to find out in book 12. I was working on some stuff with Sarge and Morgan today, just a little while ago. You want to find out what? You're going to find out quite a bit in book 12. Some backstory stuff, things like that.
I was just thinking today about how you said after you write a piece, we're going to sit every night and read it, and you're going to read it to me.
Yeah. I don't lie often, but apparently I do. I don't want to sit and read that shit.
You need to.
Old man's engine always used to have the needle valves cleaned because it's stuck in his. Yeah, that you're gonna have to with needle. So I said I'll pull the carbon cleaner off. That Taiwan microchip is TSMC. They're building a several $1 billion plant just outside of Phoenix. It should be completed next year. That's the one I was talking about, Derek. Thank you. Couldn't remember who it was. They're building a chip plant here for computer chips and shit.
Oh, no. Well,
which all of them were sent to China. Now
we need to build plants here in our country for
Arizona.
every fucking thing we need.
Phoenix is in our country. It's in Arizona.
No plants for everything.
Oh yeah, we used to have all that shit. That
cell phones,
when the whole sending the shit overseas thing happened, they actually disassembled plants here and shipped the entire fucking thing over there.
Well, it was cheaper. I mean that's why they.
Yeah.
So much cheaper, but.
Russ, that's how Navy guys do it.
If we want to save this country. Don't you agree?
What?
We're gonna have to bring back the factories. If we want
to save this country. Thank you, Egghead. I'm glad somebody right here is paying attention. He said, I think Chris has repeatedly said he won't read his books out loud to you, Mel. He has. Thank you for the support. Read by candlelight. What'd that say? Read by candlelight while looking into Mel's eyes. Hard to read if I'm looking at her eyes. What did you catch? A catfish? And yes. 4-stroke or 2-stroke? That's what Mel asked him when they first met.
Like 4-stroke. Like 4-stroke.
Griff, everybody knows you're a 2-stroke. You're too short to be a 4-stroke. Yes, and Intel, that they're building one in Ohio. I couldn't remember where theirs was. Chad Bush, thank you for being in here. I emailed you earlier, dude. I need an address from you. I emailed you, and then you messaged me, reminding me about your box set. But I already sent you an email saying I need an address, man.
Was that just recently?
It was today. It was
not while you were on the live.
No, he messaged right before the live started. A little while ago. I saw the message, but I emailed him previously. Opie's asking what you did to your hair.
Nothing.
Brushed it.
That way. Normally I do it that way.
Her hair gives her more goddamn anxiety. You guys have no idea. It does. You're always worried about it.
I don't have a fucking
You don't
hair
need
lick.
to be. Whatever.
In the back of my head. That's the only thing.
Let me see. What up, John Davis in the house? I've seen articles about them building them. Yeah, it takes to build the clean rooms in those places is ridiculously difficult. I'm talking absurdly difficult. I worked on one time. To do anything in there takes hours. I mean, when you're constructing the things, I mean, especially once they call the place clean, getting in and out is a fucking nightmare. All right, Chad. Yeah, message it to me on Patreon if you want to do something here. The largest crane in the state is at the TMSC building site. There are high-rises downtown Phoenix that are now delayed 8 months because they need that crane. Damn. Seems like it'd be cheaper to bring in another crane. They're not that hard to fit on fucking trucks. Yeah. John Davis. I bought 8 solar panels. Korean company but manufactured in Georgia. No Chinese for me. Picking them up tomorrow. Nice.
You can find. I mean,
if you look around, you can find them.
Find things made in America. You can Google it first. They'll give you brands. You can go to Walmart, that Chinese store, and buy.
Did you
stuff if you look?
yeah, you can. Off topic, but there was a photo published today. The Russian FSB, federal police over there, busted an attempt on the life of one of their top TV personality news guys over there. He's very pro-Russian and shit, saying that the Ukrainians were coming to kill this guy, and they staged all this shit. Like they had the guy they arrested, they had a picture of Hitler in his house, and they planted drugs in there, and he had Nazi flags, all this shit. And then there were 3 copies of the game, the video game, The Sims. Uh-huh. So when all the evidence was laid out, and you're looking at the photos, somebody accurately said, this is obviously bullshit because some stupid ass FSB agent who was getting all their evidence together was told, and get 3 SIM cards for cell phones. This guy went out and bought 3 of the Sims video games to provide in the photo as evidence of a conspiracy to kill this guy.
Hilarious.
And it was on Twitter today in a few places, and I was reading a bunch of shit about it. It's absolutely fucking hilarious to look at this video because they're actually holding one of them like there's the proof. It's the stupidest shit in the world. Koreans like us, especially the little ones. Yeah, those are your people, Griff. The little ones. Let me see. Giant blue brother. Have 2 panels on the roof of the tractor. There you go. QSO. I've never heard of QSO. I was buying Canadian solar. That's what I have is Canadian solar. That's my panels were made in Canada. Boris is getting fired tomorrow. Yeah, Boris is probably going to disappear fucking tomorrow. And 2, did you guys hear that the director of Gazprom, which is Russia's natural gas entity, quit, ran to Ukraine, joined the territorial defense force in Ukraine, called the war against Ukraine unjust, a genocide, and a bunch of other shit, and then said that the 2 other directors or VPs, whatever, of Gazprom who were recently found dead, that those were murders, which no shit, they were murders. We all know that. But it was funny that the dude actually ran to Ukraine to hide from fucking Putin. Because that's how far you got to go. And he's already probably disappeared. You're right again.
They can't go. He can't go anywhere else out of Russia, can he? Can they fly? Where can they fly?
He can't fly many places out of Russia. He couldn't board a plane to leave Russia because fucking Putin wouldn't let him. Rooftop Korean. Me too. I like rooftop Koreans. And if you guys haven't seen the shirt that has my rooftop Korean thing on it, it's fucking hilarious. You should look at it.
I was just talking to Logan yesterday or the day before about that shirt.
Oh, were you?
Because we were listening to a Tom McDonald song. I was like, that's like when that happened. We were talking about when it happened.
Jim Manley, that's called Sometimers. Or actually, you're probably in most timers at this stage. It'll end up being Alzheimer's. Where sometimes you can't remember shit, and most time you can't remember shit, and all the time you can't remember shit.
I have most timers. But Alzheimer's runs in my family, so that's what my dad had, and his dad, and his dad's mom.
Opie, the Russians aren't that savvy. No, that was a straight fuck up. Why would you need 3 copies of one game? You can use Discord to communicate. That's how everybody communicates on video games, anyways, with Discord. And yeah, it does run in your family.
That's a vaccine I would take.
Oh, for Alzheimer's? Yeah, you should eat it with your cereal in the morning. Oh, yes, Anthony Dillard. So Russia did come out and tell their commercial pilots to expect to not have GPS for navigation. DOD here is looking at it as a potential cyber attack that's coming. And it probably will happen. I imagine they're going to do something to try to hit it, and we'll see what happens.
Well,
So
didn't somebody, you put it in the intel report, was saying that a nuclear exchange is very like real.
Well, it's not likely, but it's a very real possibility. I mean, we're closer now than we ever have been, even in the Cold War. I mean, we're amped up. And there was just last week, there was Russia's nuclear forces got an alert of an incoming attack that turned out to be a computer glitch. Again, that happened once back in the 80s as well. And that time, the only thing that saved us was the Russian duty officer said no to it. He's like, don't push the button, because their system was saying there's rockets coming in. And he's just like, he was right. It was actually solar activity fucking up their sensors. So, let me see. Wonder if there's any unthought of side effects of GPS going down. Yeah, everything. Clocks, a lot of the timing systems all run off GPS clocks. So that's something people won't think about. A lot of shit runs off of GPS time. Don't know why exactly that is. I'm not that technologically savvy. I just know that a lot of your timing systems, computers and servers and things, all that sort of shit runs off of GPS.
Do we need those watches?
Like the one I wear? Yeah.
Why don't I have one?
I don't know. You don't look at me like that. Yeah, Ted Koppel's book Lights Out is an eye opener. Kind of give you an idea what happens when everything shuts off. Talking food plants along with them burning. Yeah. Well, you got to remember too. Everything we hear right now is propaganda. Putin's the boogeyman, and he's trying to do everything nefarious on the whole fucking planet. Anything bad that's going on is Putin. And I'm not saying that it's not, because there are a lot of food distribution places going up. There was that one in California and the one in Oregon that were within 24 hours of each other. It's kind of odd. And then Snopes, I looked at it on Snopes today. Actually, I looked it up to see what they were saying about it. And they said that it was false, that all of the fires were explainable and there is no conspiracy thing going on. But, we all know Snopes is full of shit anyway, so I don't trust them. But there's something going on. You don't have that many coincidences, one, maybe two is a coincidence. Three is the start of a pattern. So, cell phones will damn sure fail. Yep.
I think there's a lot of people that are working to destroy our government. I mean, America.
Well, the overall thing is they want rid of all the little governments. They just want one government. They don't want this whole. That's why they're trying to destroy nationalism, pride in your country, pride in your race, pride in where you're from. They don't want you to have any of that.
Is there anywhere that has no government? You can just live.
No. Well, there is a old oil drilling platform in the North Sea someplace that this dude got out to, and it's where he lives, and it's international waters, and he made it his own country.
Nice. Let's go do that. One of those.
Let me see. Got my shipments from the LDS cannery. Seems like a good deal. I think I'll start. Nice. That's good, egg. And I've known a lot of people use them. I've never messed with them. Why don't I have one? Well, might misplace it. Opie, might. Where's your Citizen Watch at?
It's in a box. I have it.
It's in a box.
Unless you took it.
I ain't fuck with you. Why would I take your watch? I ain't took your watch. No, I don't know where your watch is. Why? Not my watch.
I couldn't wear it on my left hand. I kept getting stuck on things.
Yeah, I know you.
So I couldn't wear it.
Yeah. Pride my race. Have you seen the human race? There are some idiots out there. True. What would you call your own country? Leave me the fuck alone, Stan. We'd have one rule: leave me the fuck alone. That's it. That's the rule.
Unless you do something,
it would be.
There would be certain. It'd be like the 10 Commandments that you couldn't do.
It'd be pretty simple shit. Don't fuck with nobody. And if you do, you get your ass whooped. Don't cry about it. Melanisms. How's the book of Melanisms coming on? Oh, those are just when they fall out of her mouth. I gotta post those for you guys because they're just too funny. Like the dirty lady comment the other day. Oh, what? You the guy from Dirty Lady? Oh, we're pretty or Dirty Woman.
Yeah, Dirty Woman.
And I was like, no, that'd be your version of Pretty Woman. Sorry, baby. That was.
He, you know.
You need to attach air tags to everything of value.
He was a weirdo.
Who was? Oh, yeah. He looked weird.
I think he put gerbils in his butt. That's what I heard.
Oh my God.
Richard Gere.
Was he the one that used a lighter to see if it was still alive, and they farted, and there was the backdraft, and was that the guy that shot the burning gerbil across the room? And no, there's a pipe involved too. That's a. You've never heard that joke before?
No.
Oh my God! I'll tell it to you later.
Okay.
I like Griff's idea. Leave me alone and make me a damn sandwich. That'd be the name of my country. Leave me alone and make me a damn sandwich. I have a road trip to Southern Missouri next week. Keeping an old-fashioned road atlas handy. Hell yeah! I keep one in my truck. Dirty Lady was the porn version. Yeah, exactly. Kelly, been very pleased. I used to go pack my own at the cannery back when you could still do it. Yeah, Kelly, they used to let you volunteer there, and then at the LDS canneries, and you could take some of the stuff home. So now you just buy it home.
Oh, okay.
So the ones in Florida aren't particularly friendly though. Like hours are extremely limited, and like when you call them to try to come, they're always not too friendly about it. So I haven't tried it in several years down here to get into a cannery. Gerbils.
That's what I heard.
Really? Where'd you hear that?
Star.
What kind of kinky shit are you reading?
What was that magazine?
The Inquirer?
Yes. The internet. We see everything.
Griff says, I've had a patient with gerbils up their arse.
See? And that makes me want to talk about Aaron. No, she's never. Oh, sex stories. No.
Oh, well, her working in the hospital. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, what did you do? Feed it? I don't know. Weird place to keep a gerbil.
Threw in the garbage can.
Well, the problem is, dead or alive, egghead ass. And Jim says, Mel, your shirt is still coming. Her kids were sick this week.
That's okay. That's fine. I took the one shirt out of the washer today and looked at it and goes, did that stain come out? Well, if I get it, I'll have two. So I don't know if it did. It's in the dryer now.
Oh my God. Griff says, when we started, they're harder to get out when they're still alive. Oh my God. That is so fucked up. Oh, the gerbil safe word is Armageddon. Armageddon! Armageddon! There's a song about sticking your gerbil or shouldn't go. Yes, there is. Dead or alive, you're coming with us. Becky. Was the gerbil shaved? Inquiring minds want to know. How did planes fly before GPS? Didn't they have a compass? Yeah. Oh, they used the SWAG method. And for those of you that don't know what the SWAG method is, it stands for scientific wild ass guess. It's that way. You're in the area, you'll fucking see it. Just look for it. Opie says they had a local meteorologist, you fucker, do it there. What do you do for your medical packs? Build your own or go with something from Refuge Medical? I like Dark Angel better, personally. And I build my own. I have some ready-made shit. I've got a stomp bag. I've got other stuff. But I generally make my own. Like, I've got is my kit in here? No, I better put it back in the truck. I've got a CLS bag that I carry around all the time that I made in a small Max Edition pack that's got what I consider necessary for trauma stuff in it. And Mel has her purse, which, she can handle a mass casualty incident with, apparently. But I like to make my own shit. The problem with those pre-made kits that I found at times, which happened with the stomp bag that I received, was a lot of the shit was expired when I got it. Some of the wet components, and by that I mean it's stuff that povidone iodine, shit like that, had ruptured and leaked all over and ruined
Yeah.
some stuff. And, so I prefer to pack my own shit. That way I know it's packed correctly. It's current. And, you got to remember to go through those things and clean them. Do you want to drink that? You won't stop playing with it.
What are you talking about?
That bottle in your hand.
No,
My buddy Vinny left 2 of these in my house the other day. He doesn't drink either. But this shit's awful. But I know you want to drink it.
It is bad.
I know you want to drink it. Let me see.
Open it.
No, Ben Godwin, I disagree with what you just said. Build a bag to your training level. Build a bag beyond your training level, because the way that I look at medical is that I know what my skill set is. I know what I'm capable of doing, but there may be someone there better than me. And I will quickly hand my shit to them and step out of the fucking way. So I've got stuff in there that I'm not qualified to necessarily use, that I wouldn't use unless I was certain somebody was going to die. Like I wouldn't decompress, I wouldn't dart them, I wouldn't do a decompression on their chest or something like that, unless I knew they were going to die, unless I attempted it, because then the Good Samaritan law will still protect me. Like if there's no option, if we're 14 hours from rescue in the middle of the wilderness and you've got a collapsed lung, I can either try to decompress your chest or watch you fucking die, one of the two. And so always build, carry more equipment than you may know how to use, medical and stuff I'm talking about. And because there might be somebody smarter than you around who can use it.
If I knew where my purse was, I'd get it. But I do have 4 to 5 tourniquets.
Yeah, because every time I'm looking for mine, it's in her purse. She just picks them up, walking around the house. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. No, Mel loses 4 to 5. No, I lose them because she takes them and puts them in her purse.
No, I don't lose.
It is bad. Yes, I want to drink it. That's it. I know you want to drink it. You gonna drink it?
Yeah, open it. Oh,
what do you mean? Oh, sorry. I didn't know you couldn't twist the top off. My bad. So sorry. Oh, yeah, open it. Someone's spoiled. Spoiled.
No, that is not true.
Yeah, it is.
There's 2 down.
Yeah. Let's see. You gonna drink it all? One time. One shot.
Mm.
One shot. It's called a shot for a reason. You don't get half of it and then start over.
We'll see. It's hot. We'll see.
God, that's awful. Yeah. Better drink it or she'll spill it.
True.
Stuff is mind eraser. It sinks up on you. You drinking some, Opie? Chad Bush gotta watch. Bilateral decompress is the new thing. Well, I do carry 2 darts. So,
What's that thing that goes over?
The BVM bag valve mask, or BMV bag mask valve.
I don't have that.
You don't have one of those. I need to get you one.
Mm-hmm.
No HLS for us, I don't think. I don't think so.
When is it? May? We're not leaving.
We're not leaving there. Unless we go to Louisiana and then Texas. But if I do the office, I can still go out there and work.
Mm-hmm.
Less likely to kill them. It's a standard trauma whether they need it or not now.
What is? So I carry glucagon. So if I use that, like if I thought somebody was falling out because they were diabetic, I don't think it would.
I wouldn't just go shooting that into somebody.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I'd be asking people around, like,
Flashbacks of watching Super Troopers. I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
That's a good
first one.
Get drunk and watch movie. That's thing's so much fun to watch.
The
second one sucks. Arizona, road trip. We will make it out that way, I promise you.
I want to go see the asses in Arizona.
The what?
The donkeys.
Oh. Had me there for a minute.
You're going to Arizona, right? So that's you want.
Yeah.
What was that town that we went to? That had the little bitty donkeys.
Oatman, Arizona. It's right on the border of Nevada.
It was fun.
You guys like Mexico? Woo!
I want a donkey. I want a spotted one.
Now, what'd you say?
I want a spotted donkey.
You want a spotted ass?
Yes.
You want a spotted ass?
I've always wanted a donkey.
I should get you like a piece of camo netting that you can lay over yourself when you sunbathe, and we'll make you tiger striped.
No.
I think it'd be fucking hilarious.
No.
Yeah, look here. Yeah, what's so funny?
That's not. Oh my god.
If they're hyperglycemic, enjoy. Yeah, man. Put them in cardiac arrest. Oh, this guy's on a sugar high here. You'll be right as rain in a minute. Why is he foaming at the mouth?
No, I wouldn't. Actually, I just have it for the kids, but I do carry it with me.
You know that if anybody right here in this room right now was ever involved in like a trauma incident and they saw you come running, they'd be like, "Just throw us your purse! Just fucking throw us your purse!"
No, I was with Aaron when this Jeep rolled over, and I was the only one with any kind of. I mean, there was like 10 guys standing out there who stopped to help. I was the only one with any kind of, trauma shit.
Mal the
And
Predator
Aaron was
camo.
with me. No, I don't.
Oh, I have an idea. I have a brilliant idea.
Oh no, what?
I'm not gonna talk about it here. I'm gonna tell you about it later. We're doing something. Oh yeah. More to the point, you're going to do something. I'm just going to supervise the process. It'll be amazing, though. You'll love it. I'm telling you, it'll be fantastic. These guys will really like it. It's going to look awesome.
Is it like my OnlyFans?
No. What? OnlyFans? What the fuck? Get your mind out of the gutter. It's such a short trip for her. All she can do is lift her head and look. There she is in the gutter. Well, what the fuck? I think I need to hook you up with 2 bottles of Boundary Oak.
Oh, I can't
Sinful
have
69, good stuff. Well, John Davis, I'm a fan of whatever that is.
Yeah.
69 in it.
Yeah.
I prefer the 68 though, so I tell her all the time. You do me, I'll just tell you one. That's my preferred method, but
What's that true?
never fucking works out that way. Or give them adenosine. I don't know what the hell that is. If Mel's my only hope, call 911. Have them send me to Home Depot. Home Depot.
I pulled up in front of a Publix here.
Call a large animal vet. Somebody.
No. I pulled up in front of a Publix here, grocery store, in front of where we live. And there was a Subway and a hair cuttery. I was pulled right up and 3 firemen walk out of the store. And the first one says, hey, this is for, first responders. And I was like, I am my own first responder. I said, I have 5 tourniquets, and some jet seals. And then the third guy was Michael.
We know him.
We know him. He knows who we are. And that's how we have that bitch cow.
That's how we have that come to the cow.
Yeah. And he just starts laughing. He's like, yeah, she's all right. She's all right.
Yeah, she's all right. He's all right. I love that grip, though. That's awesome. If Mel's my only hope, call 911. Have them send me to Home Depot. Armageddon.
Yeah, Griff, I ain't calling nobody if it's you. No, I'm kidding.
Franda, I do have airways. I don't have orals. I use nasal airways because oral airways are just too goddamn difficult when you're in the field. Yes. So I do have airways. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're heading out to see Kiki, huh, Nick? Well, have fun. Tell her I said hi.
Yes, yeah.
And Nick, I put it out all over social media today about the workbook. So I think you picked up a few sales out of that, but it went everywhere. I even put it on Twitter. Yeah, I did put it on Twitter. So it went everywhere. I blew it up for you today. It's the medical equivalent to the IT solution. Turn it off, turn it on. It stops your heart for about 45 seconds. Oh.
That's what he says about my phone every time it won't fucking work. He's like, turn it off.
There you go.
Turn it back on.
In the IT world, that's called a picnic. Now, who wants to explain what that is? Come on, you IT nerds. You know what a picnic is. Mel, you can't put those around your arms, legs, and neck at the same time.
I can do my arms and my legs.
Do we need to take care of that cow when we come? Oh,
yes,
that cow's.
please.
I'm going to bring out a
Bubble Butcher.
And Mobile Butcher. There's a couple around I found too. So
you gonna shoot her?
Oh, I'm gonna tell that motherfucker I'm killing that bitch.
In the head.
I'm shooting her with that. I'm shooting with my SOCOM too. Yes, I am. That's what I'm gonna shoot her with. MPH tourniquets and more in my primary bag. Nick, yeah, I got my CLS bag. I carry all that shit. And then I got cards. Yes, Lawrence, nice. Nick's putting out cards. Mm-hmm. Yep, scary. Using it the first time. I've got not the same shit, but I've got a bunch of epi. got a bunch of that. And I don't mean pens. I mean, I've got the vials of it. There we go. Picnic. Problem in chair, not a computer. Picnic. Every time you have a problem with your phone, that's why I tell you.
I'm a picnic.
She's always at a picnic, y'all. She just carries that red and white checkered thing around with her because she's always at a picnic. So, yeah, Ben, similar. See, another problem in the IT space, I used to use this one in jails all the time. It's an ID10.
Jim, you got to text me back. I don't remember it tomorrow, but I need it.
What? Picnic?
No, the problem in chair, not.
Oh, that's a picnic.
I need that.
That's picnic.
Okay.
Just like next time I'm going to start telling you that you have an ID10T error. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. What's it say? What does it say?
Idiot.
You're idiot. ID10T error. I said that to a jail administrator one time. I know all these. I've used these a million times. Oh, yeah. And you've heard me say picnic before. The ID10T error, I sold it to a jail administrator one time when he was cussing me. I'm like, I'm in this guy's jail. He is cussing me. I mean, dog cussing me. And everything was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. And finally, I was like, I said, I sorted it out. It was real simple. I said it was a simple ID10T error. What's that? I said, oh, it's just this computer thing. I throw a bunch of words at him, just word vomit of technical garbage that this guy didn't understand. Finally, he's like, oh, he's like, it's fixed. I'm like, it is fixed, because I knew it was fixed because he had sat and watched me and I explained to him how to operate his system in his jail. And that fixed it. So
some of those guys might be like talking to me, and you got to tell them like,
what guys?
10 times the people in the jails, you know.
Oh no, they're worse than talking to you. They're way worse than talking to you. Way worse.
They might not be real smart.
Because they don't want to fix the system when it's broken.
Oh.
The guy in the control room, he doesn't want it fixed because then he's got to go to work. The guys on the floor, they want that shit up and running like yesterday because they're on fucking keys.
Right.
So the lazy fucker that's in the control room, you don't want nothing fixed. I've literally gone into jails before. This is back when we still had the panels with the membrane switches and shit before there were computers to drive them. I would open the panel, and under one, I found all the bones from an entire chicken under the panel, where some officer sat there and ate and just threw them. Like, what kind of a fucking animal does that?
That's right.
A biltong Betty finally going to freezer camp? Yes, she is. And I will make a bunch of biltong out of her.
Oh, we should. We should hang that shit around the kitchen.
Yeah, these dogs are bad enough. Yeah. If it bleeds and it's not supposed to, plug it. If it's supposed to bleed and has a head sticking out, deliver it. If it's supposed to bleed and has a head sticking out, deliver it. Oh my God. Oh, code. Yes, ID10T. Thank you. You know it, egghead. Epi is good to have. Narcan. Nope, okay. Darwin applies. Yeah, I don't want to have Narcan around. Let them
drink the bleach.
Drink the bleach?
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you have to have a warning.
Oh, yeah.
Bleach, drink the bleach. Eat your Tide Pods, please. Let's sort you out. I'm stupid, but I'm not.
No. Russ, I've got a really good butcher shop now. I can get us a fully dressed hog, dude. That's no problem. All bleeding stops eventually. Yes, it does. Yes, that's a fact. It does. Mm-hmm. Loose trigger nut.
Narcan should never be used.
No. We would say OHE the first time, CFS the second time. Can't fix stupid. Ain't that the truth? Nice sets of 3+1 auto injectors. The one will spool you up. Yes, it will spool you up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now I know what that means. He's always talking to his friends, pointing at me like CFS.
I do not do that to you. You can see it or hear it. Pepcac error probably exists between chair and keyboard. Yeah, Pepcac. That's a good one, Derek. I like that one. Oh, what old GU11 watch? Oh my God, these are so fucking funny. I used to teach chest decompression and surgical airways. Like I said when I put out today, guys, Nick is far more than you guys think he is.
We need some classes to do.
So yeah, we're looking for volunteers because Nick and I are going to give a surgical airway class. So we need some volunteers.
I'll do it.
Really? You're gonna let us cut your throat open and put an airway in? That's the volunteer I'm looking for.
Do you need a dog?
Go for him. No. Jesus, woman.
No, I got 3.
You're just
There's
horrible.
one I
You're
like.
horrible.
There's
You
one
just
I like.
horrible.
The one you ran over.
Bless your heart. You ran over. I didn't ran it over.
You did.
Ran it over. Jail deputies will break it, lose it, or get it pregnant. Dude, Ben, I've seen all of it happen. I've seen officers get pregnant by inmates. I've seen inmates get pregnant by officers.
Well, yeah, of course.
And friend, no, you do need lube for a nasal airway.
Always.
It always comes with a pack of lube, but
It
worst case, you can use spit or their own blood. I know that sounds gross, but you just need something.
It's their blood.
It's their blood.
Yeah.
You just need something to get it in there. I've seen guys conscious guys have an NPA put in where the instructor spit on it to lube it to demonstrate that you could. Grossest thing I think I've ever witnessed personally, like live. And
spitting on.
But it was a bet, and the guy won $20. So well, could serve up some atropine. John, you got all the good shit, man. I keep Tide Pods in a bowl at my desk. Fucking Griff.
And your little dog doesn't eat it?
At his desk. You don't take that mutant to work. They quarantine him, the animal, and everything else. Late, but I'm here. What's up, Hefe? If it takes more than spit, it ain't love.
Right.
Well, Nick, everybody needs to actually insert an NPA to know how. I mean, most people think you just stick it in the nose. Everybody wants to go the wrong direction with it. You need to pull the nose back, go up the nose, and give it that little twist of love as it goes in. So to know how to do it. We've given trauma classes before, taken them, packing wounds, do all shit. And I've never had anybody actually volunteer to have an NPA put in.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
No one ever wants to volunteer.
Yes.
I've given enough cardiac drugs in my life. I've stopped
happens.
more hearts than the IRS. Fucking Griff. Oh, that's fucking good. That's fucking good. Oh, we've put some airways in without lube. Yeah, I mean, you can. It's just not friendly. Okay, class. When should you not use an NPA? Ooh. Let's see what the answers are.
What's an NPA?
Nasal pharyngeal airway, the thing we've been talking about.
Yes. Right. I'm thinking of a name.
Can we start class now? Are you here?
NDA.
If they're in cardiac arrest, they're already dead, so you can't kill them twice. Good point, Nick.
Thank God.
Do they have dummies for MPA practice? I've never seen a dummy for MPA practice. I've only seen it on live people. If there's volunteers, I'll damn sure place a couple. You won't do it again. No, you won't.
No,
it's not fun.
Oh.
Because you when you're conscious and they start putting that NPA in, you need to swallow. You have to swallow to get your airway to open to get that tube. Because when you put it in, you aim for like your ear.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go in like everybody thinks you do this, but you're aiming for the ear.
Right.
And it goes down like that.
I can swallow.
Yeah. Yeah, beer. We know. Been watching you all night.
I've had 2.
Right.
2 beers.
When the PT is breathing normal, okay. Or do you just have to knock someone else? Or do you just have to knock someone else out? Yes, Egghead. If you knock them out, it's real easy to put an NPA in. It used to be for skull injuries, but the latest I heard was the possibility of it going up the skull is minimal. It is minimal. The only time you don't want to do it is severe facial injuries. Obviously, if their face has been shot off, blown up, or crushed, you don't put an NPA in. So, as OP just said, there we go. Facial injury. Joe Mo said it too. You got a smart class. I like you guys. Maybe we got to start doing that. Maybe we'll do some. Classes like stuff like this with Nick. We use Nick Meachel because Nick is very good at trauma. He is very well versed in it. They have dummies for NPA practice. Are you volunteering, Opie? You come to Florida and let me stick some tubes in your nose.
We have beaches. I have a
Example.
garden. I have a garden.
Surgical would have you have to see your local butcher and ask for pig trach. Yeah, intact. Yeah, for a pig trach. Yeah. I'm not volunteering for being an NPA dummy. You'd be a dummy to volunteer, wouldn't you, dickhead?
Anytime in my life I've ever mentioned tripe, he's like, don't mention that. Don't.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that's not the same thing, but yeah, I'm not a fan of tripe. Basilar skull fractures, facial trauma. Like I said, disruption of mid-face, nasal pharynx, or roof of mouth. Yep, pretty much. That's it. In that case, the only thing you can do is trach them, and you better be on your game for that one. And again, that's not something that the average person would ever attempt to do unless it was an absolute, this person is going to die right here, right now, unless I attempt to do this. And traching somebody is
that something that everybody needs to know how to do?
You should know how, but it's very, it's not for the hobbyist in medical trauma care. You know what I'm saying? You're cutting someone's throat open. You're cutting right here.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. I saw this movie with Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, and an ink pen won't cut it either because that hole at the end of it is way too fucking small.
Yeah,
that guy was suffocated.
Breath.
And yes, you can use it on a conscious. You can't use an oral airway. You can't put an ET tube in a conscious person. Yeah, you can if they cooperate. Right amount of Corona. There you go, Opie. Yeah, anybody that volunteers that is dummy. Yeah, like I said, I've seen guys, for bets they'll do it. Y'all have never seen jarheads run dog tag chains through the nose and out the mouth. Damn drunk Marines, John Davis.
Yeah.
Sounds exactly like something a bunch of jarheads laying around Billet would do. That's why you got to keep them fuckers fighting someplace. Otherwise, they get in trouble. I didn't have my stomach pumped once. I'll never do that again. Gerbil? Just asking.
That's totally different.
Well, if he climbed far enough, maybe he was a motivated gerbil. I don't know. Several in their mag should know how to do a surgical airway. I agree with that. Somebody should have these skills, the correct skills to do that. Mm-hmm. But again, too, Nick, like I tell people, if you're doing something like that to somebody, if they've had that level of injury and a higher level of care doesn't exist, are you just potentially prolonging the agony or are you saving a life? Mm-hmm. What's worse, being dead now or taking 6 weeks to die through terrible infection, fever, and whatever else may come to you? So like Alan Kay, my very good friend, and I have had many conversations about if it was ever, the end of the world kind of shit was going down and we got into a gunfight and one of us took a round, thoracic, or cranial, not none of the limbs, none of that stuff.
Where you can use a tourniquet or a chest seal, right?
Well, even if I caught a round in my chest, depending on where I was hit, we both agreed. It's like, dude, I love you, bro, but go. I'm going to stay here and do what I can to keep them off you. I carry a tourniquet on my battle belt to keep me in the fight as long as possible. I don't think that tourniquet will save my life or anything like that. I think it's going to just keep me able to fight longer, that I might be able to help my buddies out for just a little bit longer. That's really the whole point of them. Preppers have this mentality of they want stomp bags, they want all this really cool shit, and I've got it all too. I also know how to use it all. But the reality of a post-apocalyptic world, without rule of law, the grid down, call it what you want, is a higher level of care won't exist, and you're just not going to be able to do much for those people.
That's why we did a Don Edwards class where we were,
that wasn't Don Edwards. That was Don Edwards. Well, Don Edwards
was teaching the class.
No, that wasn't Don Edwards. That was Pierce Kibbe.
He did the Stop the Bleed.
He did the Stop the Bleed. No, he did basically the TCCC you're talking about.
We were both there at the same time.
Yeah, Don was the gun guy. Yeah. Pierce was the trauma guy.
We were fighting, shooting, and putting tourniquets on at the same time, and
we were
trying to save ourselves. And Joey, I didn't because I had a hurt ankle. But Joey,
what's up, Anthony from Texas? What's up, brother? How the hell you been, man? How's them hips? Sorry, caps lock. That's all right. We'll let you slide. Never get activated charcoal to someone who has taken tricyclic steroids, projected vomiting, activated charcoal. Yeah. Projected vomiting is always fun as long as you're not the one doing it. Drink up and fight on. There you go, John Davis. That's it. Suck it up, Buttercup. This is as good as it gets. Think of those poor fuckers that are stuck in that mill in Mariupol right now. I saw some photos today that came out of that place of their sick ward, where lack of a better term, it's just a spot in the basement where they've got hundreds of injured soldiers with amputations that were done in the field with very little shit. Dudes with horrible wounds laying in there. The doctors are doing the best they can. Mm-hmm. And that's what those guys are facing. That's the kind of world we're talking about. What I was just talking about anyway. And those poor fuckers, they're fucked. They are straight. They're just fucked. They're not getting out of there. There's no way it's happening.
I don't think it would be hard for America to turn into Ukraine.
Yeah, it would take a lot. It would take quite a
little bit. But
I mean, we're ripe for civil strife.
Venezuela, every other country.
No, we won't look like Venezuela. We won't look like any country that this has ever happened to before when it happens here.
There's so many gun owners.
Because this country is awash in guns and ammo.
Yeah.
And it's awash in people that don't know how to use fucking guns. So
a lot of Ukrainians.
There was a lot of great videos out of the Congo back in the day when those guys were really fighting that really make me think of how things would look here. And it was hilarious. I'll try to find one and post it for you. One of my favorites is a dude is sitting in a wheelbarrow. He has a cooking pot on his head. He has an AK in his hand. Another dude is pushing the wheelbarrow. I think he's wearing a pink tutu. And he's pushing the tactical assault wheelbarrow towards the enemy as the guy with the AK is shooting. Yeah. And that's legit shit. However, in that particular conflict, it was also unfair to actually aim down the sights at your enemy. You had to shoot in any uncomfortable, ridiculous, retarded position you could to look cool. It was the whole reason they were fighting. I'm telling you, the photos. That was just agreed upon by those fighting each other. Yeah. Nick's right. Surgical. Yeah, it's not going to help if there's no higher level of care. The Navy used to send the corpsmen to Chicago for trauma training. Get closest thing to a war zone. Ain't that no shit?
Opie. It's beautiful in Chicago. Somebody was just telling me about it. Like, if you haven't been, you should go.
No, we're fucking never going. I started with
Winnie was just there.
Epicac, then went to Nose Tube. Hard left. Ooh, nasty sheet with charcoal. I've seen some nasty sheet with charcoal. Oh my god, that's fucking great. Let me see here.
You can use it to wash your face.
We took an HLS titled Second Aid. Very enlightening. Everyone concentrates on first aid. What's next? Exactly. What's next? Do you have the material? I talk about it in Decline and Decay. Do you have sufficient quantities of gauze on hand? Do you have sufficient quantities of tape? Can you keep a wound sterile, clean, dressed? I mean, you got to change these dresses daily, sometimes multiple times a day. I tell everybody, instead of learning how to suture a wound, learn what a delayed primary closure is. It's way easier, far less chance of infection. Some things need to be sutured. A lot of stuff doesn't. Yeah. Yes. You have delayed primary closure. And I treated it. And the doctor was even like asking me, she's like, what are you doing to take care of this? She's like, it's healing amazingly well. And I explained to her what I was doing. So.
After our second infant stopped breastfeeding, I got an infection, mastitis. When was that? That was
a long time ago.
99, 2000.
Yeah. Yeah, she had that. They put an incision that was like this long in her breast, and it was like that deep. And every day I would do exactly what Nick says. Yeah, like suturing. Nope, leave it open, clean and pack with gauze, clean and repack every 24 hours. The only thing I did differently, Nick, is I would take my gauze and soak it in sterile saline that had a couple of drops of betadine in it. Just a couple, pop, pop. So the gauze was wet when it went in and not dry. Because, otherwise it can be granular on that gauze. When you pull it out, you can cause bleeding again. Yeah. And so that was how I did that.
I appreciated that.
Yeah, well, it made it a lot easier.
Yeah. Healed very well. And they were like, this looks great.
So till Valhalla. Later, John Davis. Take it easy, brother. Oh shit. Let me see. Yeah, next time Rainbow set themselves up. Yeah. You're not. No, you're not. I've sutured before. I've taken plenty of them out. I've put them in myself. I've done that, but never in a. We need more wheelbarrow control. Never in a combat situation.
And he wouldn't do it to me.
I wouldn't suture her. No. I would if I had to, but if there's
just like sew me up.
There's a fucking if there's a goddamn Centricare around, we're going there.
And we super glued it. We could have done that at home. I'm like,
whoa. Nick says the cute nurse was in the wrong place, and the guy projected charcoal all over her and the room. But it makes you think: how many cubic yards of gauze do we need? One decent wound can take tons of gauze. Yes, it can. Literally tons of gauze. I had thought about doing a medical subscription thing at one time because I had access to a very large medical supplier at the time of doing a subscription box where every month I would just send you like gauze, tape, pad, 4x4 pads or non-adherent pads or abdominal pads, just stuff every week or every month you would get a box full of surgical materials for that reason, that if you had a bad injury or a trauma happen, you would have the stuff on hand to treat it with. So
we have Bleed Stop all over our kitchen.
Yeah, we do.
A couple packs.
Yep. As soon as you pull that tube, it's on. Let's see. Yeah, boil and reuse. You are absolutely correct, Corman. You're absolutely correct. You'll be boiling and reusing that shit. It'll look awful, but that's what you'll be doing. That's why in Civil War movies, they always got that big cauldron of hot water going. And they're boiling bed sheets and whatever the hell else they can.
Yeah, we keep our bed sheets, old, nasty ones, fold them up, put them away.
Pain is temporary, glory lasts forever, and chicks dig scars. Wet and then wet to get out. Exactly, Nick. That's how you do it. I would love to be able to review that, Nick.
Scar here and scar on my finger.
Well, show us your scars. Just kidding. Let's see. I had drainage tubes and packed gauze, periodic retractions for a through and through to the thigh. Fortunately, missed the femur and arteries. Good. Yeah, but you're not telling the whole truth, John. That was a fucking shotgun. Yeah, tell the rest of the story. He was shot with a 12 gauge. Even better, I would love to have John Davis on here simply to tell you his story. He's a bondsman of him picking up a prisoner, transporting him across state lines, and being stopped by the police.
Oh,
it is fucking hilarious.
I remember that story. You tell it.
It is fantastic. I'm not going to tell it. I wish he would. I want him to tell it. It would be. Oh, it would be fucking epic. It would be so good. Duct tape is all I'm going to say for the subscription medical thing. Oh,
I just duct taped my hose today.
You duct taped your hose? What'd they do wrong?
It had a hole in it.
Hard for them to work that way.
Oh. I get it.
Well, I will look back into the medical thing, guys. I had access to a very large medical supply distributor at the time, like hospital level guy. I'll look him up and see if he's still doing it. If he is, maybe we'll start it. But yeah, Mel did tape her hose up today. I don't know what happened.
Nothing happened. It's still
nothing will happen. They're fucking taped up. What are they going to do? Duct tape don't fix water leaks.
I know. What kind of tape does? That boat foam spray tape. What's that called?
No. No. Really, no tape. There was one tape that used to. It's called a self-amalgamating tape. Kind of would do it, but on hose is very hard because hoses change diameter all the time. Is there a basic list of wound care supplies? Probably someplace. I don't have one necessarily, but think gauze pads, rolls of gauze, just plain rolls of gauze. You can buy them on Amazon, super cheap. Add in some sterile saline, and while you can't buy the medical grade, I had some. Where's that bottle at? It was just around here. I just saw it.
The saline?
Yeah.
I just put it in the bathroom.
Did you? Okay. So I've got
in the bathroom closet. There's like a couple open.
Well, I've got 1 liter bottles of medical sterile saline, but you can buy contact grade saline solution from the grocery store. That is sterile too. It comes with a nice, convenient little squirt cap that puts out high pressure for irrigating wounds and blowing shit out of them if you need to wash them out. So, but lots of rolled gauze, lots of like 4x4 pads. The abdominal pads, they're like, what are they, 4x9 or something like that. Those big ones are always awesome. I've had to use those a lot.
You can stick those in rolls.
I have a mind map for a large, and that's really a bad idea, for a large medical kit. Actually, there is a Scrub Dispatch video out there as I pulled it apart for a lesson. While I do not, I know I'm wearing Estes hat tonight. I don't want to promote those fucks. Pardon my language, guys. But Nick, maybe you can get me that mind map if you don't mind us putting it up just for patrons to look at. And if they would like one, and they can get it from you. Because Nick's brain's so big, he has to map everything. Otherwise, he can't find where it's at in there. So,
if you don't want to support ST, I'd suggest you get rid of this shirt. That is the only hat that matches it. So.
Oh, and you're right. Okay, John Davis. Sorry, there's another John Davis. You're right. I was wrong. 25 auto in the Philippines. Okay. Oh, Philippines. Goddamn, dude. Ooh. I got another John Davis, and he's got a beard much like yours. Who was a police officer at the time took a 12 gauge to his leg and stayed in the fight. So he lives in North Carolina. Amazon will subscribe and save for med supplies, or is that a bad idea? That'd be a great idea. If you can fit it in your budget, Amazon on subscribe, bringing you rolls of gauze and shit would be great.
If they're not from China.
Nick, let's talk tomorrow, Nick Meacher. Well, I'll tell you his story. I'll tell you this story, the one I said, since it's not the right John. So he was a bondsman, and he went to pick up somebody, I think in Georgia. And he goes and gets this guy from the jail there, and he puts him in his car, and the guy's just giving him shit and running his mouth, and John's trying to drive, and the guy spits on him and does all this shit. And finally, John looks at him one time, and he's like, if you don't fucking stop, he's like, I'm going to duct tape you so you can't do no more of this shit in my car. And the guy said, fuck you, and he spit on John again. So John pulled over on the side of 95. He got out with a roll of duct tape and proceeded to tape this guy up. And by tape him up, I mean, he taped him from his ankles to just under his nose and then over his eyes and over the top of his head. He taped him up. And so he left his eyes where the guy could see a little bit. He left his nose open, and he said he took his knife and he cut open the mouth. He's like, he's like, open your mouth. He's like, open your fucking mouth, open it up. And he cut open his mouth so the guy could breathe. And he's driving down the interstate, and he gets pulled over by a highway patrolman. And I don't remember which state it was he was pulled over in. But this trooper goes walking up to the car, and John's already sitting there going, oh my fucking God. He's got all his credentials out in his hand and the warrant for the guy. Because the trooper's walking up and shining his flashlight. He sees this dude duct taped in the back of his car going, Trooper immediately pulls his gun and starts yelling at John. And John, he's like, I got a warrant right here for him. He's like, come here, I got a warrant for him. He's like, I'm a bond, come get a warrant. And then the trooper made him untape him, though. He's like, so I did. He's like, and I got back on the road. And I drove about 10 miles, pulled back over, taped his mouth shut again. Oh, thought it was a great story. Let me see. If you want to do a subscription box for preparation for the medical, I would trust you not to send us. Yeah, I won't send shit, guys. That's one of the things. I'm not going to recommend garbage to you guys.
He never does. He only.
I'm a
buy once,
buy once, cry once. I'm a proponent of it. I know it hurts and it sucks sometimes, but and Derek, you can buy a tourniquet on Amazon. You just got to make sure that you're not getting a counterfeit one. Look at the seller, look at the reviews.
Where would you recommend
for medical?
No, for a tourniquet.
Well, I like the RevMedix personally. RevMedX, I think it is RevMedix.
They're easy.
They're a ratcheting tourniquet. They by far one of the greatest tourniquets. Everybody. Whenever I've taken training where we're doing trial and shit like that, or I'm around pros, even paramedics, doctors, military medics, I'll show them that thing, and all of them are like, "Holy shit, this is the greatest thing in the world." More people know about it now than when it first came out, but it's still like the one. I think it's the one of the ones I presented. I'll check it and I'll get printed. Oh, okay, man, Nick. Oh, look, I don't know if that was one you sent. I was looking at another one from the workbook, so I don't know if that was the one you sent to me or not. I'll also put together a checklist for it. And Opie said, I read that wrong, G. Poop holes. Pop holes and live 18 gauge needle. Perfect for irrigation. Yeah, that'll work too. Or get the shit for contacts at the grocery store.
18 gauge, that's small.
You get popped in the Philippines with a 25, you probably owed a pimp money. Get from an own supply. Tourniquets are about $24, cost the manufacturer, so a $9 is fake. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of Cat 5, Cat 7s. I'm not a fan of cat tourniquets per se. I do carry them to use on other people. It's not something that I would ever want to attempt to use on myself. I carry a RevMedix on my person for me. I carry cats. I carry cats and rats for other people. I will use those on other people. That RevMedix is for me. Because with the RevMedix, if I start taking tension up on that ratchet and I need to stop and do something, shoot somebody, what the fuck ever, every bit of tension that I created with that tourniquet remains there until I come back and start finishing off the job. If it's a cat and I'm winding a windlass and I got to let go for whatever reason, or my hand's bloody and it slips off, which it will do, I lose all that shit. So that's what I really like about the Rev Medic tourniquets. I didn't know I shot until I went to hand the pistol to the Filipino police while my two buddies handed his partner the bloody pulp, who was the shooter of the Filipino. Oh my God, no done attempted mugger with an old baby Browning. An old baby Browning, even. I've got this old ass 25 in my safe. It's just a piece of junk, but I don't even know how I acquired it.
Why you still got it?
Well, I know how I got it.
Liquidate.
I got it because Dad had it. Someone gave it to him. He showed it to me. I made him give it to me, and I gave him a 38 instead, so he had a real gun. Because he did not have a real gun. Yeah, Russ Teresa, we're going to call it a night, too. We appreciate everybody hanging out. We appreciate you guys listening to us. Nick, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and Derek, try to get on you tomorrow, too. And Nick, you're in America now. We don't spell work that way. W-O-U-R-K.
Oh, yeah.
He just figured it.
Okay.
I
did.
Yeah, we all do it. It's been fun. Looking forward to next time. Yeah, same bat time, same bat channel next week, guys. We'll talk about more shit that don't make no sense. Be at the Denver Expo. Yeah, if you guys live near Denver, Nick, wait, Kim Piner's not here. Kim Piner will probably be there, Nick. Hopefully you meet her. I hope she shows up. And you guys have a good week. Be good or be good at it. Ben Godwin. I will try to remember that. If not, call me or text me.
Facebook Thursday?
Text me. Yeah, Facebook on Thursday night, guys. We'll do this again. So hopefully the sisters can get some work done. Check it. I'll look at the video, Griff. Shut up. Y'all be good or be good at it.